Very good morning, Sri Lanka. It's the 10th of April. It's a Wednesday. It's midweek and 2 more days before we hit the Sinhala and Hindu Alutaurudu or the New Year. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that you are looking forward to it as well, because it's the time of the year where Sri Lankans get together regardless of whatever ethnicity that you're from and have a good time and celebrate the traditions of being Sri Lankan. I of course have ulterior motives. I wait for this New Year solely because of the amazing food that's on offer, and trust me when I say this, you cannot find the type of food that you find during the Sinhala and Alutaurudu anywhere else in this world. So I'm looking forward to that. From that note, let's head into and get down to business. I was looking at a couple of news stories that I can share with you, and one thing that came across was from Chicago. If you are an individual who's waiting to get married, or if you want to propose to that significant someone in your life, this story might be interesting to you. Why? Because it's unique in its own little way. This one individual in Chicago, he's a writer, and he wanted to ask his significant other to get married to him. So what did he do? He basically wrote a book. It's not just any other book. It's a children's book based on the tortoise and hare story, which he added a twist to it. It ended with a big shazang wedding, and he made sure that his significant other read this story and got the point across and asked her to marry her. So if you are one of those individuals who likes to get things down to the drama of it, if you enjoy a bit of dramatic license, you should try something like this out as well. Or you can just ask her to get married to you. One of the two. It's up to you. Having said that, let's look at certain other news stories as well. A British politician, he's a lawmaker, he's currently the pension secretary as well, has revealed during a radio interview that he can live on $80 a week. Yes, let me get that out loud. $80 a week. He had made this statement during a debate regarding welfare that was conducted on a very important radio interview, and people were outraged by the statement that he made. They were absolutely outraged, so much so that an petition was created on an online survey, and during the first hour there were 25,000 people who signed up to this petition to express their outrage at this individual who made the claim that he can live on $80 a week. Let me put this into perspective for you. This individual, his average income for the week is around $2,400 a week, right? If he is to live along his claim that he can live on $80 a week, that's a sacrifice of 97% of what he is currently earning. So in 2 days, there were 250,000 people who signed this petition, who basically wants this individual to live up to his promise and cut down 97% of his earnings and then live on $80 a week. So all I can say to this individual is good luck to you, sir. And this story sounds extremely familiar, but let's not get down to that right about now. From that to technology. Technology obviously in the modern day plays a huge and vital part. Regardless of whatever you're doing. You can be a businessman, you can be a college student, you can be a high schooler, but technology plays a very pivotal part. And in my opinion, these days, technology saves the world. Right, having said that, a couple of months ago, there was a huge uproar in India with regards to the abuse that one individual undertook at the hands of several men, right? Because of this, 3 engineering students in India have created lingerie which they dub as society harnessing equipment, right? Society harnessing equipment. What is the interesting part about this lingerie? It's the fact that it has a GPS system connected to it, which means the police can track where you are based on your location if something happens, something unnecessary happens. But the most interesting part about it is the fact that assuming there is friction on the lingerie, it can send a shock wave of around 3,800 kilowatts. So the moral of the story is, if you are doing something that you're not supposed to be doing with an individual that you're not supposed to be with, you are about to get the shock of your life. Technology saves the day again. Righty, having said that, there's a little clip that I have to show to you. It's basically about panthers. There was a panther, a panther cub actually, that was saved in India by wildlife authorities. Let's take a look at that one, and we'll be back on Good Morning Sri Lanka on the 10th of April.
Forest officials safe rescued a 3-year-old leopard cub which fell in an open well in Ambaliya village of Verawal in the Junagadh district of Western India's Gujarat state on Saturday. Locals urged the forest department to take necessary action as similar incidents have been reported earlier. An 8-member team of forest officials reached the site after a local farmer spotted the leopard inside the well. After an effort of nearly half an hour, forest guards were able to tranquilize and cage the animal. The leopard was trapped alive inside a well. Soon after getting the information, our police and forest department authority rushed to the site and rescued the leopard safely. With the spread of the news, a good number of locals gathered at the rescue site to catch a glimpse of the big cat. However, locals complained of having faced similar situations in the past. A cub fell in the well. Earlier also such incidents have been reported, so that is why I request the forest department to cover the well properly. Instances of wild animals like leopards and tigers straying into residential areas are not a new thing. India's big cats are under threat, with increasing number of these spotted feline beauties being poached for their hide and body parts. Depletion of their habitat has also threatened the leopards, forcing them to stray into human settlements, attacking people, poultry birds and livestock cattle, and often getting killed in return.
It's always good to see instances where people get together, authorities get together to save wildlife, because at the end of the day, it's all about mutual survival, and if they survive, we survive, and that's the message that we want to send out as well. Interestingly enough, panthers are scientifically called Panthera pradis. That's the scientific name for them, and there's 250,000 panthers as a population. This is a large number of panthers comparatively to the amount of cheetahs that are there in the world, which is around 7,500, which is probably why they're currently extinct. And if you are a cheetah lover, you are in the right country, because you can obviously visit the wildlife sanctuaries in Sri Lanka to catch a glimpse of this wonderful animal. Right, having said that, today we have an extremely special individual coming into the studios to talk about business process outsourcing. It's a concept that came into Sri Lanka about 10 years ago. It saw its roots 10 years ago during the height of the civil war, but now after 10 years, it's in a position where it can give the country a lot of opportunity when it comes to employment, when it comes to recognition. So we're about to talk about business process outsourcing with a knowledgeable individual. He was a catalyst. He was one of the pioneering members. I'm not going to give his name out right now, but before we do that, we're going to go into a short commercial break, and we'll be back.